Do you like drugs? Have you ever felt alone?
And welcome to On the Mark. And we start off with Miguel's song, Do You Like Drugs? Why am I playing that song? Well, today we're going to talk about drug usage in professional sports. On the heels of Manny Pacquiao getting knocked the out this past weekend by Juan Manuel Marquez. Now, why drugs and why we can't handle the truth? Well, I say we can't handle the truth because for years, Floyd Mayweather has contended that Manny Pacquiao was using performance-enhancing drugs. That's why he was able to move up in weight classes and dominate. So, this weekend, you had Manny Pacquiao, who many accused of taking performance-enhancing drugs, versus, for the fourth time, Juan Manuel Marquez. Now, here's the deal. Who, by the way, is 39 years old. 39 years old and enters the ring more well-muscled than ever. Shoulders and arms just bulging, looking like a bodybuilder. At 39, he packed on this muscle. We're to believe that at 39, he transformed his physical because he added weightlifting. Right. Now, here's the thing. In November of this year, Victor Conti behind Balco, who actually went to jail for distributing performance-enhancing drugs, and the whole Balco controversy, the whole Balco scandal, said on an interview that he noticed in watching 24/7, the documentary, on HBO, that Juan Marquez had employed as one of his trainers a man by the name of Angel Hernandez. At least that's what his name was, as they showed him training with Juan Marquez. Now, what Victor Conti said was, this Angel Hernandez actually was none other than admitted steroid drug dealer Angel Guillermo Heredia. I'm sorry, I jacked his name up. Angel Guillermo Heredia, who was an informant in the Balco case and who was a dealer of the performance-enhancing drugs that brought down Marion Jones and Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa. He was in the mix of the Balco scandal. And now he was training Juan Marquez. Now, how interesting that pairing has to be, because here you had Pacquiao, who denied drug usage, but many claimed that he was a user. And now you had Juan Marquez being trained by a known admitted steroid dealer. But you didn't hear much from the Pacquiao camp, obviously, because what? Because he was accused of the same thing. So this was a perfect scenario. And so, again, Conti sees this in November, comments about it, and then this weekend, Pacquiao's knocked out by a devastating right that he didn't see, but just blew him up, and he was down for minutes. Now, in previous fights, Marquez hit Pacquiao, and Pacquiao did not go down. In this fight, he went down twice. What was different? At 39, had Juan Marquez found the fountain of youth? Well, he didn't find the fountain of youth, but he found something damn near close, and he found one of the premier performance enhancing drug distributors in the game in his corner. Okay? And, the topic or the title, We Can't Handle the Truth. I use that title because if you're not onto it, or if you don't want to believe it, you need to start believing that athletes at this high level are using. Okay? For the most part, most of them are. Floyd has pointed this out for Pacquiao, and now, in a lot of ways, I think he's vindicated because Pacquiao, ironically, falls to someone who obviously was using performance-enhancing drugs, the same drugs that probably Manny used at some point, but he got out performance-enhancing drugged in this case. Now, a sheet has been lifted and reveals a sport that's got something going on. Now, Victor Conte, in interview after interview, has explained that the testing is so far behind the drugs that you can use and get a clean test because, the media always says, well, so-and-so didn't test positive for this. He never tested positive for that. Victor Conte maintains that you can, if you're smart and you have the right people, there's no way in hell you should get caught. Only people get caught are stupid people or people trying not to pay or people who don't, have access to the latest. And these guys at this level have access to the latest. And to say that someone didn't test positive, Lance Armstrong didn't test positive. Barry Bonds didn't test positive. So that's not even, it doesn't matter. But that's the paradigm that sportscasters use and these talk shows. They don't really get into the meat of this performance enhancing drug situation. Why don't you have on Victor Conte? I've heard him on podcasts. I heard him on Joe Rogan's podcast. I don't hear him on ESPN regularly. When Lance Armstrong went down for doping, why wouldn't you have a Victor Conte, an expert on performance enhancing drugs? Why wouldn't you have him on? Why wouldn't you have him on these mainstream sports channels? Why? Because it's politics. Because they don't want the people to know that this is how it's done. This generation is on this juice, and they're not even, even the powers that be don't want us to know it. We can't handle the truth. And I got something else for you. Guess who coaches the amazing Jamaican track team? Yeah, one of the top consultants for the men's and women's track team for Jamaica, who's been dominating the sprints the last few years. Yeah, Angel Hernandez. Look it up, okay? Angel Hernandez. So, is there any doubt that they are using? Probably not. Can I say 100% that they're using? Can we say that? No, we cannot because they will not test positive. But come on, man. We have to open up our eyes and know that this generation is a performance-enhancing drug generation. We probably aren't going to see people, natural people, on the world stage or the highest levels of the stages perform without a little help, legal and illegal. And I hate to say it, I hate to hear it, but it's the truth. And you know what? We can't handle the truth. Okay, thanks for listening. On the mark. Peace.